Salt is something we all use daily, but have you ever considered that it might hold a deeper spiritual significance? Many of us have read or heard the words of Jesus, declaring that we are the salt of the earth. But what does that really mean? Is salt merely a seasoning, or does it carry a power that we have yet to fully understand? As we embark on this journey, we'll explore the hidden truth of salt as a spiritual weapon, revealing how it can break curses, attract blessings, and serve a divine purpose that has been embedded in its very essence since the dawn of time. Stay with us until the end, as this exploration will uncover how something as simple as salt can be used mightily in spiritual warfare. Understanding this could change the way we view a simple grain of salt forever. Have you ever pondered the significance of the natural elements that surround us daily? Among these, salt stands out as a remarkable gift from God, endowed with both practical and spiritual authority. From the very beginning, God granted dominion over the earth and its elements to humanity, as seen in Genesis 1 verse 28. This dominion isn't just about control, but understanding and utilizing these elements for both physical sustenance and spiritual enrichment. In ancient times, salt was more precious than we might imagine today. It was essential for preserving food, a vital function in an era without modern refrigeration. This ability to prevent decay and maintain freshness made salt a symbol of incorruptibility and endurance. Think about it. Just as salt preserves food from spoiling, it symbolizes the preservation of our souls from spiritual decay. Moreover, salt's value was so recognized that it was often used as a form of currency, further highlighting its importance in daily life. This practical significance seamlessly transitions into its spiritual authority. When Jesus called us the salt of the earth in Matthew 5:13, he wasn't merely speaking metaphorically, he was reminding us of our divine role to preserve goodness, add flavor to life through love and compassion, and stand against the moral decay of the world. By acknowledging the authority God has given to natural elements like salt, we begin to see the world around us not just as a collection of physical substances, but as tools and symbols imbued with divine purpose. This understanding empowers us to harness these elements in our spiritual journey, using them to reinforce our faith, break chains of bondage, and attract God's blessings into our lives. Salt, a common element found in every household, holds more power than we might realize. In the Bible, salt is not just a symbol, but a potent tool in spiritual warfare. Throughout history, salt has been used to purify, preserve, and sanctify. But did you know that salt also has the power to break curses and attract blessings? In biblical times, salt was often used in covenants between God and his people, symbolizing an unbreakable bond. For example, in 2 Kings chapter 2 verses 19 and 22, the prophet Elisha used salt to purify the waters of Jericho, turning what was barren into a fruitful land. This act wasn't just a physical miracle, but also a spiritual one, breaking the curse that had plagued the land and transforming it into a source of life and blessings. When used in faith and obedience to God, salt can act as a spiritual weapon, purifying our surroundings and protecting us from evil. It's no wonder that even today, many believers use salt in their prayers and rituals, asking God to bless their homes, protect their loved ones, and break any curses that might be lingering in their lives. Have you ever experienced the power of salt in your spiritual life? Do you know of any stories or traditions where salt played a significant role? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments so we can learn and grow together as brothers and sisters in faith. Salt has a deep and multifaceted significance in the Bible, symbolizing everything from purity and preservation to divine covenants. One of the most profound examples is found in the Old Testament, where salt was used in the making of covenants. In Leviticus 2 verse 13, God commands, "Season all your grain offerings with salt. Do not leave the salt of the covenant of your God out of your grain offerings. Add salt to all your offerings." Here, salt represents the enduring nature of God's promises, covenants that are unbreakable, incorruptible, and everlasting. But why salt? In ancient times, salt was not only a preservative, but also a purifier. Its use in covenants signified a bond that could not be corrupted, just as salt prevents decay. The salt of the covenant was a reminder that God's promises to his people are eternal and unchanging. When we use salt today in our spiritual practices, it serves as a powerful symbol of this unbreakable bond with God, a reminder of his steadfast love and commitment to us. Beyond covenants, salt was also used in purifications. In 2 Kings chapter 2 verse 21, we see the prophet Elisha purifying a spring of water by casting salt into it. He declares, "This is what the Lord says, I have healed this water. Never again will it cause death or make the land unproductive." This act illustrates the power of salt to cleanse and bring life, transforming what was once a source of death into a wellspring of life. It's a vivid reminder that, with God's blessing, even the simplest elements can be used for miraculous transformations. Salt also had a role in curses. In Judges 9 verse 45, after Abimelech captured a city, he scattered salt over it, symbolizing total destruction and barrenness. This act of scattering salt was meant to prevent anything from growing there, making it a desolate place. This is a stark contrast to its role in purification, showing that salt can either bring life or desolation, depending on how it's used. It serves as a potent reminder that our actions, much like salt, have the power to bless or to curse, to build up or to destroy. In understanding these biblical uses of salt, we can see its divine purpose: to purify, to preserve, to bless, and, when necessary, to curse. When we apply salt in our spiritual lives, we are not merely performing an act of tradition. We are invoking its deep, God-given power. Whether in making a covenant with God, seeking purification, or warding off evil, salt is a powerful spiritual tool that connects us directly to the divine. If you like this video, I recommend you watch the video that is appearing on the screen. See you there.